All right. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Okay, roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Gahan is excused. Commissioner Shermack is here.
Yes.
Mayor Chelik,
Here.
Mrs. Gatto,
Present.
Mr. Tobin,
Present.
and Mrs. Magnata.
Present.
Right. Anything from the public, Ralph?
No, the public had until 9 o'clock this morning to send anything in, and I did not receive anything.
Okay. All right. I'd like a motion to, I'm sure everybody looked at the minutes, approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes is presented.
Thank you. Second.
I'll second.
Okay. On the question, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
5, presentation of vouchers.
Okay, does anybody have any questions on the vouchers? If you can see, the majority of the expenses were involved with the subdivision that we did over on 3rd Avenue. Now, all these expenses did come from both applicants and the both purchasers of the property, just as we held back money to pay for all this. So I just wanted to be make the board aware of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nobody has any questions? Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, so we need a vote on approval then, Ralph?
Yep.
Okay, so do I have a motion to approve these vouchers?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, on the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 You. Any bid openings?
There are no bid openings at this time.
Okay, number 7.
Okay, we'll start with A, the land bank property disposition update. We've closed on a few properties since the last meeting. Countywide, we're up to 346 properties conveyed. City of Scranton, 247 properties with 9 properties pending, and 1 property in the city will be acted on today's meeting. Then we have the breakdown by sections of the city there. Moving on to some of the municipalities in Covington Township, we have conveyed 55 properties. In Carbondale, 18 properties with 1 property pending. Vandling, 1 property conveyed. In Fell Township, 4 properties conveyed. Troop Borough, 1 property conveyed and 1 pending. Scott Township, 10 properties conveyed, 2 properties pending, and 4 properties will be acted on at today's meeting. Thornhurst Township, 5 properties conveyed. Jefferson Township, 1 property conveyed. Dunmore, 2 properties conveyed. Archibald Borough, 1 property conveyed and 1 property to be acted upon at today's meeting. And in Blakely, 1 property conveyed. Now, since I sent this out, this was sent out to the board on Monday. A couple of these pending properties have closed and the deeds have been filed. So, we'll catch up to that at the next meeting. Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Anybody have any questions?
Okay. Light Task Force update.
I'm not sure if we have too much, Todd, right, at this point?
Yeah, not much to update on. One thing I will say is that our team here at NeighborWorks is doing some outreach to neighbors around some of the properties that we had helped clean up over the summer to hopefully get those in the hands of some neighbors through the side lot program. So our ultimate goal was always to clean up those properties, not just clean them up, but also get them in the hands of some neighbors that can do something good with them. So we're doing a little bit of just beating the bushes and knocking on doors and trying to get some more side lot applications over to Ralph. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Great. Thank you.
And to date, that has been pretty successful too, as they clean up the properties. The adjacent property has become interested in it. So again, Todd, thank you very much.
Yep, that's great.
You're welcome.
Okay, advisory committee.
Okay, at the advisory committee meeting on Monday, we reviewed all these properties that we're going to discuss today. If you want to get your land bank property discussion sheet. The first two properties are in Montdale, are in Scott Township. First property on Montdale Road to Peckville, and the other one Montdale to Archibald. Now, we received purchase applications from Brian Wedlock of Main Street in Peckville, who wants to purchase these two adjacent properties. For now, he just wants to use them for green space, but eventually plans on building on the properties. He also plans, I guess there's an abandoned trailer on one of the properties, and he plans on disposing of that. And he submitted offers of $500 for each property. The next one, also in Scott Township, the next two properties, Linhart Street, C56 to 60, and State Route 107 and Linhart Street, C10, C11, and C69 and C70. We received purchase applications from Carl Ferraro of also Scott Township. He owns a property in between those two properties down on the bottom of the aerial view. He wants to keep these properties as wooded, and there were no additional properties received, no additional applications received for these properties, and he submitted an offer of $500 for each property. The next one is in Covington Township, Thoroughbred Terrace, E4 243. Application was received from Carlos and Marcella Navas of Newark, New Jersey, and they plan to use this property for recreation up at Eagle Lake. They submitted an offer of $500 for the property. The next property is in Archibald, and it's a side lot. Was a side lot purchase application received from Stacy and Sean Copa of Kleinbauer Street in Archibald. They own the adjacent property, and they will use this property to extend their yard. They submitted an offer of $150 under the side lot program. Next one, we'll move to Scranton, 1022 Ravine Street. Received an application from Carrie Davis of 1024 Ravine Street. She owns the adjacent property, and again, will use this property to extend her current yard, and she submitted an offer of $150 under the side lot program. Does anyone have any questions on any of these properties? And also, these were reviewed, as I said, with the advisory committee, and they had no problem with any of these. Correct, Todd? Okay.
That's correct, Ralph. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Todd.
All right. Well, no questions. We'll move on to resolutions. Resolution number 24024, approving the acquisition of additional property from the tax claim office repository list of unsold property.
Okay, these are the properties that I just went through that we want to acquire. So,
Okay,
I guess
do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the acquisition.
Second,
I'll second that.
okay. On the question? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 24025, approving the conveyance of certain land bank owned property under the property purchase program.
Okay, again, these are the properties that I just went over. Okay.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
Thank you. On the question? All in favor? Aye.
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 Resolution 24-026, approving the conveyance of certain land bank-owned property, side lot purchase program, which again, you explained. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. On the question? All in favor? Aye.
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 You. All right, thank you. Anything from the public once again?
Again, public had until 9 o'clock this morning, and we did not receive anything.
All right, directors, other business.
Okay, at this time, I did send an email out to the board regarding an applicant who submitted an application back in June 12th of 2023 for a side lot property. The property that the applicant currently owns, the back of that property meets our land bank property. However, it is a house that was condemned, and that was a year ago. So I informed the applicant at that time that the board would not move on anything until that property was removed from condemnation status. To date, it's over a year now, nothing has been done with that property. And I did send pictures of the property to the board so they could see what was going on. And also the applicant disposed of some trees on land bank property as well. So it's over a year now. And I mean, this isn't a property that we have to get from the repository. Land bank has owned this property for 7 years now. Recently, we received another application from another adjacent property owner who just purchased the property, a house next to this land bank property, and they would like to buy it. So, again, as I stated in my email, I did go out with one of the housing inspectors, and he's issued a couple of quality of life notices to the gentleman who owned the condemned house, and nothing really has been done. So at this point, I don't know what if we could move forward at the next meeting with just looking at this new application for the other adjacent property, because it appears that nothing has been done in over a year, and we'd like to get this property back on the tax rolls.
Ralph, can I intervene?
Definitely.
Okay. We were going to discuss this after the meeting, but there were some concerns about the Sunshine Act, but we didn't want to mention the names of the two applicants at issue because we're not taking any action on official action on this today. We're just discussing it. But my opinion is that the applicant with the year-old application who's still in violation of city ordinances, condemnation, and otherwise, that applicant's not eligible anyway at this point. Now we have an eligible applicant coming to the forefront, and assuming that applicant is properly vetted and all that, then my advice is that we should move on and get this property transferred to that applicant and get it back on the rolls.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Well, we don't have to take formal action on it. I mean, Ralph will do his thing. The application will be vetted, and
Okay.
maybe it'll wind up on the September meeting. But
Yeah.
the other applicant's been given plenty of time to correct the issues and hasn't done so.
Okay. Nope, I'm good with that. That's as long as everybody's in agreement, that's fine with me.
Okay, I will, properly vet the new applicant, and we'll have it on the agenda for the next meeting in September. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, anybody else and anything? No? Well, I hope everybody has a great rest of their day, and I'll look for a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Have a good day.
Day.
Have a good day. Thank you.